Yo, what's going on, people? It is Obli, and today I'm bringing you the LOOM'ITHAR Mythic Frosty K walkthrough. Today we're playing Deathbringer, because if you play Rider, you smell. And we're also equipped with a Nether Prism too. A Nether Prism antenna, pretty decent combo for LOOM'ITHAR, because we can use our Nether Prism in this damage amp phase. So I'm going to start off bursting, doing the normal burst rotation. Getting that bone grinder stack as soon as possible, but obviously not using Nether Prism yet. I am going to use Nether Prism one time before the phase, but then I'm going to max sack it before we go in. But the main thing here is utilizing that damage amp phase in the last little part. But we're quite good at killing these orbs, so do try and do that. Fuck, almost die there. What am I doing? Silly sausage. But did we get a tether? I'm not sure if we got a tether there. I don't think we do. No, we don't. Okay, fine. So now what I'm looking out for is keeping my cryogenic chamber buff, keeping that rolling. Just want to make sure I'm using rhymes in a timely manner so it doesn't drop off. But then also looking at my bone grinder. Now it's finished. I've got 2 stacks of thing, 2 stacks of killing machine, and let's go. So I had all the empower runes as well in the world to help me get that 5 stack very, very quickly. So that's exactly what I did. So now I want to kill some orbs. As soon as I get a killer machine proc, I bring that killer machine proc over to the tangle, spend it straight away, hit that bad boy. Now I will link the talents that I ran in this key and on this fight in the description. But now we run away. You absolutely cannot survive that, so do not stand in that or you die. No matter what defensive you use, you will die. I learned that the hard way. But now we're looking at the boss HP. Right, it was 75%. Still pretty fucking healthy, really. Even nowhere near the 50% damage amp phase. So we are definitely going to send another burst. And we have 9 stacks of Nether Prism. Now, you could hold your Nether Prism stacks and go into the next phase with a fresh 18. But I'm going to be very, very close to 18. 18 stacks. So I may as well have just used it now like I did. I thought to myself, okay, it's going to take quite a while before we get to damage amp. I think I can stack up my Nether Prism to a pretty like respectable amount and go into there with like a 12. Who knows if that was the right call? I think it was the right call. You'll see in a minute. I've got a minute until I'm going to use my breath anyway, so I've got a minute to gather up these stacks. So roughly I'll get like 11, 12. But then I think I might push my breath back. I'm not too sure. But anyway, we are sitting, what's the health at? 63%. Easily a fine time to pillar. I'm going to sneeze. I've made it this far in the video. I'm not pressing record again. There's 5 minutes of my time I'm not getting back. Anyways, so we can just use our cooldowns on cooldown here. There's no real tech. And our cooldowns line up with the orbs. So your team will definitely thank you for that. Now, it's this time at the start that you're not particularly doing any damage that's crazy good that people are going to look at and think, wow, you're incredible. But it's this damage in the damage amp that's really going to put you there. So you're thinking, remember the last time I spoke to you guys and I said we were at 70% HP and the boss is really healthy. We've only just gotten to 50 now. Well, it's long as shit the first half. But you see that, because of that, I decided, you know what, I'm not going to do my breath. I'm going to hold my breath so I can have 1 at the start and try and fit as many in the damage up phase as possible. But also, I'll send a cheeky little pillar because missing a pillar window is fucking awful. But then it also gives me an additional 45 seconds to stack up my Nether Prism even more because we've only just managed to get to the damage amp phase in 3, 2, 1 now. So in 16 seconds, I'll have a couple more stacks of my Nether Prism and I'll be able to breathe. I've timed my bone grinder so that it finishes as soon as my breath comes out. Having a little bit of FPS issue here, but quickly soak this and then boom, there we go. 51k Nether Prism, Jesus Christ, that is large. Spending our empowering weapons if you don't have a proc to make those killer machines free. And we had the crit out and the crit back with the Wave of Souls as well, increasing the damage taken further by LOOM'ITHAR. We're at 5.15 mil damage as well. So you see we were literally non-existent. And now look at us. We are firmly providing damage. Yeah? I don't know. Melee soak. And the boss has quickly dropped HP. Still taking extra damn. We have about 45 seconds till our next breath window as well. Easily can fit a pillar in there. obviously. Don't know. There's not really much to say about this phase. Honestly, you're just pumping as hard as you physically can. You can pre-AMS the circle you get around you, and then obviously fuck off. DA the push. You see, no puddle. The rep paladin next to me is having a lovely time because of this. Now we should get one more Breath of Cinder Ghost to cast here, which means we would have timed it perfectly. If we just had maybe a bit better procs, maybe some different gear, we would have gotten a better log than we did. It was a 94, which is fucking shit. If it's not orange, I don't care. But you see here, we easily fit another breath window in. I was even debating delaying that breath by another 45 seconds just to have a bigger nether prism. But I'm so glad I didn't, because that would have been a terrible play from me. But yeah, we managed to climb sort of back up a little bit more. The boss is almost dead. This is basically perfect kill time, really. Like that, just as your breath finishes, perfect kill time. We went from like 5 mil back up to 5.5 mil by getting that second burst in there. So it's really important to get as many breaths as possible in that window. Yeah, I think maybe if we just had a little bit better luck, I'm presuming maybe some Reaper's Mark didn't crit, something like that, we might have had a little bit of a better time. Maybe we wouldn't be 6, maybe we'd be a bit higher than that. But we actually do really well on this boss. So this was like the first time I killed this boss without actually being dead on the fight. So I'm happy about that. And you know what? I'm even wearing an Alchemical Chaos Flask, and I kind of wish maybe I'd change that to Mastery or a Crit Flask. But anyway, thanks very much, guys. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and stay up to date with DK stuff. Follow me. Visit my coaching if you want coaching. Visit my Discord if you want my UI. Peace, everybody. Bye.